But as you all know, the next 16 years are marked by intense oppression, challenge, and ultimately death at the hands of 2 Leeds police officers in the river just over there where the blue plaque is. So we have a tragic story behind us, but the point of this sculpture, as various people have said today, the David Alowale sculpture, is that we're trying to flip this narrative. We're trying to say, look at the achievements of migrants to this city. Look how this city is built by migrants. And you had the Irish community here already. They built it in the 19th century. The African and Asian communities built it in the 20th century. And Leeds has changed. And there are 2 markers I want to just pull out for how Leeds has changed. I've been here since 1968. The Alowale story hurt me as soon as I heard about it in 1972. Leeds has moved on, not enough, but it has moved on. And one of the markers is this sculpture itself. Leeds City Council put a huge amount of weight and energy and ultimately money into this sculpture. Leeds 2023 Festival of Culture, which I know a lot of you will have enjoyed last year, they put a huge amount of time and energy, and we have to thank them over and over again for doing the logistics, the heavy lifting, and the installation, the manufacture and installation of the sculpture. So we're immensely grateful to Leeds 2023, but this would not have happened without Leeds City Council's leadership and councillors backing it from really, actually, right from the very first time I went to see the then leader of the council in 2007. So I just want to mark this, because the council gets a lot of stick, and often I've been giving it stick for as many years as I can remember, but I really do want to say that things have changed immensely, and the sculpture is a manifestation of that. But the second manifestation of it is this fabulous woman here, Abigail. Abigail joined our board, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, and she gave a huge new energy to our board, and obviously has been extremely helpful in liaising between, we're a tiny charity, she's liaised between us and the City Council as her position among the councillors rose. It's not just that we want to thank her for. We want to thank her for being elected by the city to be our Lord Mayor. And this is another manifestation of change. This is inconceivable when I first arrived in Leeds. And when I first started to live in Chapeltown in 1971, it was incredibly hard to get a councillor to take any interest in anything that happened in Chapeltown. And luckily, I mean, I say this advisedly, but luckily, we had militant community organisations backed up by some pretty tearaway youth. And that did put some extra consideration from the council into the development of Chapeltown and Hare Hills. I'm not going to go on because everybody knows I will go on all day about this, but I just want to mark this, and I want to welcome Councillor Abigail Marshall-Catton, the fabulous Lord Mayor of Leeds, to the stage.
Thank you very much, Max. A very good afternoon to each and every one of you. How are you today? What can I say about this beautiful Leeds weather? All right? We all know as Yorkshire citizens, if we don't talk about the weather, we haven't started a conversation. Okay, so a huge welcome to each and every one of you, and welcome to the David Alowale Memorial Association Nice Up program. Now that's why when you have very young people in any board, you always get some very trendy titles. So they're calling this Nice Up. So thanks to Asha, people like Abdul that are on the board, you know, they keep us very, very young. So thank you so much. First of all, I need to do some thank yous first to all the trustees of the David Alowale Memorial Association. Please give yourselves a huge hand of applause. Thank you to Max, to Chloe, all the organization, Asha, Abdul, Ruth, Victoria, this Emily, my co-chair partner in crime, we're the marshals. you know, you keep it going. Max has said a lot about the history and why we're here, so I'm not going to go over it, okay? For me, this is more of a celebration. This is the time where we look at where we have come from and focus on where we are going to right now. Instead of thinking about the difficult times, thinking about the hard days, which, whether you like it or not, in every sphere of our lives and in each day that you live, you find one challenge or the other. True or false? You've got the decision. You either pick up the pieces and move on. You either continue to do what's in your heart to do this best, or you sit down and cry. For Doma, we chose to pick up and move on and create a Leeds that's more inclusive, more diverse, more tolerant, more welcoming, and most importantly, more compassionate. Today, as we celebrate the Nice Up, we've got artists here. We've got the Breeze team. Please give it up for the Leeds City Council's Breeze team. They are fantastic in making sure they go to every single community in the city with lots of different and diverse celebrations. We are truly grateful. And yes, Max mentioned the council. We are infinitely grateful for their contribution and their support. That sculpture there will not be there without their support. And to so many of you here, September was a very important month last year, 2023, where we were asked to contribute £15,000 to the landscaping where you all are today. And we said, yes, we can. And lots of you, we had a crowdfunder, lots of you here today, and lots of people all over the world contributed. We just did not make the £15,000 we were asked to, we doubled it. Racism, homelessness, mental health, just hating people just because of the color of their skin. We do not choose our race. You can choose your nationality, but you cannot choose your race. Whatever race you are, there is one race that we have in common, and that's our human race. So please, brothers and sisters, on behalf of the council and the city and David Alowale Memorial Association, we just want to say, let's continue to be kind. Let's continue to love. Let's continue to celebrate. The hard days will come. The hard times will come. People will be unkind to you. But you stay true to yourself and continue to be who you are in your heart, showing love when they show you hate. We have young children all around here today. Children, they do not know color and they do not know hate. They learn it. And children only imitate what we do. Sometimes they say, family is not always blood, it's who acts like one. So many of you are family to me here today because you do act like my family. You care, it's a verb, it's what you do. So brothers and sisters, wishing you all a very lovely celebration today. And all this sitting down, can we do some dancing? Can I have some music please, if that's okay? As Africans, when we come together, what do? We dance, don't we? Right, I want everybody who can stand to be on your feet. Come on, let's do this.
I want to flex my love, I want to bless me, and I want to body my love, to a place she loves. I want to bless me, and I
ask. Out of winter sunshine, we stand under dark arches, in echoing shadow, in chills of stone and subterranean waters, in rumbles of overhead trains, above heaving river rush. Where does the river run to? Hanging question, peering over railings, faces pale, small, absorbed by the thundering air that consumed Alowale. Alowale, to this city waterborne. Alowale, who refused to submit until they pitched him in to dark waters and watched them entomb him. Where does the river run to? Always to the sea. Alowale knows. He journeyed down tunneled, inky northern canals, out into the sunlit spread of the Atlantic Ocean. Borne by teasing currents, taken up by the waves which pulse restlessly, ceaselessly, under the cavernous sky, in water he returned. Thank you.
Thank you. I wrote this last night because I knew I was coming here today, and it just came. Hibiscus Rising, a beautiful tribute for the lost soul and a prayer. No, not lost, but thrown away in the murky end of the River Aire. Retrieved from waters close to a sewage treatment base, bigotry and hatred being the cause of that fatal chase. A proud Nigerian man hoping for personal progression, only to suffer ill treatment, abuse and perpetual depression. David's life was short, filled with torment and pain. Please, Leeds community, never again.
Let me start with gratitude. Gratitude for my health, wealth, and who I am. For being loving, lovely, and loved. For being black, and for everyone who has my back. Just want to say thanks to the David Alowale Memorial Association, Max, Chloe, Emily, everyone who helped put this together, and thank you all for being here. I'm going to do about 5-6 minutes. We're going to do a few poems for you. This one's called Carnival City, and it can be found in this my collection that Max talked about. From Hare Hills to Chapeltown and back, from the Caribbean to Leeds before that, from the land of wood and water to the Windrush, from West Africa to the West Indies. Look up, look down, something's changed. Look back, look around, something's the same. Somewhere between learning from elders who paved the way and looking to the future that we're making each day. Every day turns to night. Every night turns to day. Public transport is a ghost. I know it better than most. There's been an outbreak. And yes, I was worried. A top boy like Sully, I'm always in a hurry. A hurry to get healthy and build a loving home. In this big city life, it's just high and by. Pressure goes up no matter what I try. Don't you ever get lonely? Don't you want to know me? Be a friend of mine? Big city life, so I have to run. I can give you 5 when my work is done. Why do we live our lives like all this stuff survives? Don't you ever get lonely? Don't you want to know me? Be a friend of mine? From Hare Hills to Chapeltown and back, from the Caribbean to Leeds before that, from the land of wood and water to the Windrush, from West Africa to the West Indies. Look up, look down, something's changed. Look back, look around, something's the same. Somewhere between learning from elders who paved the way and fighting for the future that we're making each day.